Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Are you looking for dice and other gaming accessories for your group? If so, check out our friends over at fanroll.com, where you can find unique dice and premium quality accessories for your table. And if you're looking for something really special, they do customization as well. Fans of the Rancor's Brothel can save 10% by using the promo code RB10 at checkout. That's R as in Rancors, B as in Brothel, 10. Not only can you get yourself some great dice at a discount, but you can support this podcast as well. So check out fanroll.com today and use promo code RB10 at checkout. Tell them the Rancor's Brothel sent you.
Trigger warning. This game contains mentions and explanations of sexual content, violence, abuse, addiction, and self-harm. Listener discretion is advised.
The Rancor's Brothel presents Berlin, the Wicked City. Act 3. Schreckfilm.
Us stumped?
Never.
What was I going to
Us
say?
quiet? Okay, you said the
Never.
nature
Not
of
likely.
the phone call.
Okay, phone call. We make a phone call. We hear this voice. Very weird, very strange. The phone call, or the phone cord is frayed. It calls back. It shouldn't be able to call
But it
back.
wasn't like that before.
Or did we just not notice
Did we not notice it, or...
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
you said it wasn't like that before.
I probably did say it that way, but
So it's
in,
like
in
the,
fairness,
the nature of the
you may-
call,
Just didn't notice it. Got it. Okay.
like fried it or something.
I mean, it wasn't like smoldering, but it did like fall apart in your hand.
Okay.
It's like the spell consumed something.
So either Inspector Krieg or Krieger?
I think it's
Krieg.
Krieg
Krieger's archer.
is...
yeah. Love it.
Either he is freaking out.
Isn't he the lead singer of Nickelback? That's Kroger. Sorry,
No, that's
where I
the grocery
shop.
chain.
Chad Kroger. That's his name.
No, it's called Jewel Osco.
Okay, this is... And this
Lucas
might
is
be
just
our-
going to like cut everything around me saying these like 3-word phrases to create
I'll
a
make it work. I
statement.
promise.
So either he is bewitched and freaking the fuck out, or we didn't actually call him. In either case, I feel like he is a promising lead that we need to try to find and follow up on.
Right. You were also warned that he is very dangerous.
Yes, we were warned
Wait,
that
who
he's
said
in
he's
league with
dangerous?
The Coven.
The
Coven.
Desmond, the one who dropped the Lena
Oh,
Desmond,
okay.
who dropped the folder in the first place, told you that he is likely under the thumb of the Coven itself, because she believes that all authority in the city is basically under this Coven.
Hence
All
the
police are corrupt.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Hence the ball gag and leash. Was he the one who was?
Yeah.
He was.
The one who was
Yeah.
gagged and leashed, yes.
Yep.
In reality, that photograph, he's supposed to be like almost naked, and I didn't Google
Come
that.
on.
Didn't want that in my algorithm.
Yeah.
So you said in that photograph, and we had just talked about Nickelback, and I was about to be like,
Look at that photograph!
The ball gag makes me laugh.
well, boy, it's going to be a weird day.
Oh, it always is.
I was gonna show you guys their original setup for that piece. Everything's just one photo, so you can't see it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I didn't care for it. That's why I made separate pieces for you guys to have in hand.
Thank you.
okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is helpful.
The photograph I found of that is actually a photograph of her. By the way, the only images in that the small photo of the 4 people that are supposed to be you, the other photos, those are actually those people in real life. That is Margot Leon. That is Heldorf. That actually is Jan Hansen. Krieger didn't exist. That's a fake character. That is an actual photo of Agnes Esterhazy right there. So
She's really pretty.
I think
She was an
that
actress.
that movie
And a Nazi.
I want
so.
this.
is a good thread to follow up on
Yeah.
too.
you can have it after we're done.
The Student of Prague
You can't
or
be
Student of
perfect.
Prague is up on YouTube for free.
Probably true.
Oh, let's watch it.
I watched part of it trying to find that still, and I couldn't find it. I was just like clicking through YouTube, so I probably just blew by it. But like that frame.
That frame actually is also not part of the real movie.
Okay. That explains it.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I tried to find some stills from it, and I was like, I'm not finding what I want. So I found a picture of someone who looked like they were afraid.
Yeah. It's a cool movie. Like it's,
Okay, because I was
silent
going to say,
film.
they don't look the same. I mean, they look similar, but she looks like she's from the 1950s, where she's definitely from like the 1920s.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I Googled the
I'm not
year
upset.
date
Like,
on
I
that
was
one.
just saying, like, hairstyle-wise, you can tell.
Clothes, too.
You're probably right.
Okay. So thinking about leads, we were close to the tower when we had dinner. Is that correct?
It was not far from there.
So we could, before we go back to my apartment. Well, no, we
You're at
already
your
went.
apartment now.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you can go. We can call next morning.
Okay.
You guys can wake up and do stuff.
Yeah, because
That's
I
fine.
would assume we went at night, so it's not like we would have
that's
seen
true.
a lot.
That's true.
So we could do the next morning.
We could follow up on some of the people in that photo, but it's also, we can kind of assume that they might be at the seance if that was at, if that was kind of a part of that. Count von Heldorf, he's in there. Student of Prague, we could see if we can get a screening of that and see what's going on with that. Try to figure out where Agnes Esterhazy went to, because she disappeared, right? Like she hasn't been seen like a year.
Supposedly, yes.
Inspector Krieg, if he's dangerous, then there's probably a reason behind that, and he might be good to follow up on anyway.
We didn't end up getting his address from the police station, did we? I think we were rebuffed on that.
We got the
told
phone
you-
number.
Yeah, she only
She
gave
gave
me
us
the
a
number.
phone number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Necronomicon. So we know that at one point, what's his shit? Growl. No. Was that Albin Growl? Was he the wizard? Who's the wizard?
Who's the one who
The one at the book.
Gregor
Yeah, the one at the book.
Gregor, yes. So he has a copy of the Necronomicon. Do we know a book was stolen?
Well,
They
claimed something was stolen, but they couldn't figure out what.
Yep.
Okay. So my hunch is it was Necronomicon, because who's going to know they have the Necronomicon in the stacks?
Right.
Right? It's probably not going to be accounted for officially.
That's a good thought.
And is that our kind of assumption that that's what this person wants back?
I mean, they want back whatever was stolen from the library. I'm still not convinced it was the Necronomicon and not something different.
It might,
it
We
yeah.
have absolutely no idea what they want back.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think we knew where it was from.
You don't have the Necronomicon, so why would they ask for it back?
That's true. That was just my hunch. They thought we had it, or I don't know.
Everything on the table is a clue. You just got to figure out which direction you want to go.
Is it a clue?
So I'm assuming
That's my phone.
we're going to do first thing in the morning. So let's go to the tower.
Yeah.
Sure.
At least go look at it, see what it is about, see what we know about it. And
An
then
architectural tour.
if we need to, we can then either do a library, go... I mean, I'm not too keen on the Inspector Krieg thing. If he is...
yeah, if we
I
don't have much
prefer not
information
to.
about what's going on with him. And
The library exists.
But
You're
my-
also told that, just as a reminder, she believed that the coven exists in a brothel called the Salon Kitty.
that's right.
Oh, what was it?
The Salon Kitty, which was it's a brothel.
We go on brothling.
Well, it is the name of the show. Might as well
Every
do
day I'm
something.
brothing.
So, did we? Was I? Sorry if I wasn't paying attention to the lecture. Was the lady, the journalist lady, on your list? We could follow up with her because she's a little suspect.
Yeah, we did talk about how we probably want to get more information out of
It was
her. and-
Lena, right?
Yeah.
Lena. That's sorry, I forgot the
Lena
name.
Desmond?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, I don't trust her at all.
No.
Nah, she's sus for sure.
Yeah, she's changed her face several times or something.
Yeah.
Well,
And
she's at least done it once and somehow came up with like $27,000 to do so.
And a body.
yeah.
Probably even more importantly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a little too convenient that she happened to bump into us, drop the
Yeah.
folder. Like, she is dragging us into this.
No, she told you that she was following you,
Yeah.
but did not intend on you handling the folder itself.
Oops, I dropped it. I ran away. Like it
says, yeah.
stinks. It stinks. Like
Yeah.
I don't trust her.
It's an Eddie fart.
She smells like duty.
She's a duty face. I'm making a note.
I'm going to write
in the
that shit
mulligan.
down.
Just draw a emoji.
Little stink lines.
I just wonder, how likely do we think it is if we go to the library where stuff was stolen that we might find a clue that the police didn't pick up on?
Yeah.
I think it depends on our roles.
That's true.
I mean, you're
I'm
welcome
great
to,
at rolling.
You're welcome to go to the Prussian State Library if you want. It's
Okay,
there.
so hold on. Let's not split the party.
No.
Let's split
I'm
up, gang.
just trying to put all of our threads on one table.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have the tower. We have the library where things went missing. We need to find out where our beautiful actress went, even though she is a Nazi sympathizer. And then Krieg as well. And then the suicide waves, was that in the folder originally, or was that
No, that was
an
the
old one.
newspaper you
That's right.
picked up that morning.
So we know about all the suicides, but she is technically 2 of our clues, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have and then Krieg, and we already did Crowley,
Yeah.
who was a bust. I'm sorry.
And I think
I don't think it was
He
a
didn't
bust at
even
all.
proposition any of us.
no,
right?
yeah, he
I'm
sucked.
kind of
I'm
upset by
offended.
that.
Right?
I don't think it was a bust at all.
He sucked. Sack of farts.
So
What clues do we feel like are better explored post-seance or at the seance?
I mean, I'm definitely going to be looking out for the actress at the seance.
Yeah.
well, yes, I agree with that. I think that these 2 are things that we could do pre and post. So, sorry, for those of you that can't see because it's not a visual podcast, the tower and the library.
Agreed. Yeah.
So if we did those pre and we're still alive post seance, we could do them post as well. Like if there's any additional insight,
if we feel like
if we need
Why
to.
did you have to add the modifier of if we're still alive?
Because this one over here, again, not visual podcast, but I'm pointing at Lucas, but not looking at him.
Pointing at Onita, who could also probably kill you.
No. He said at the beginning before we even played this, have backup characters because he can kill us at any point in time. So
I assumed that was
If nobody found you in the alleyway, that was going to be a tough fight.
yeah.
I literally could have killed you with a cat.
all agreed. Knew that. Thank God for friends. However, that's why I said that.
Okay. Fair.
Also, we kind of have a habit of walking into things and then random shit happening.
Us?
Yeah.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
So
I want to go to the spooky tower.
Everything's a trap.
Yeah.
so.
Let's go to the
I
spooky
think
tower.
it'd be good to at least go look. And then, how close is the spooky tower to the library?
See if it's on the map. There's a mini map right there if you want to open it up too.
Okay.
Mini map.
Should be a legend. I don't know if it says where the Prussian State Library is. It should.
Prussian State Library is L05.
And then, where's the tower?
The something term.
So the tower was not far from Romanisha's Cafe. So if you can't find the tower, you can at least find Romanisha's Cafe. So it's probably very close. I mean, it's within a mile. or
Okay,
less.
so we could go to the tower, then
Awesome.
walk
Yeah.
to the library.
Yeah,
Tile-
That's
you
kind
could-
of what I was
You
thinking.
could probably see the tower from the library.
Cool.
Just enough of it.
To the tower.
I might not have my geography exactly correct. Sorry, our German listeners, but I'm sure it's close. We do have German listeners.
So here's a game plan from Charles. I think I like the idea of an architectural tour, and I think I can use my professor cover to get us maybe a little bit more of a detailed look. Let's give it a shot.
We could be non-traditional students.
Yeah.
Professor, will this be on the exam?
Teacher. So you go into the tower first.
These boys.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the tower is open 24 hours a day.
Do you have a camera, right?
I do.
Okay, perfect.
So you see some scattered day trippers just lingering about the area. People just come and check it out. Maybe a little bit of tourism as well.
See, you
The
told
tower sits atop a platform of red periphery and is built of red brick in a Gothic revival style, reminiscent of North German castle construction. Tower's base is a large atrium containing a life-sized marble statue of Kaiser Wilhelm I, founder of the German Empire. The vaulted ceiling overhead, when you walk in, is decorated with Neo-Byzantine mural and iron reliefs of the Kaiser's closest advisors, Albrecht von Roon, Helmuth von Moltke, Otto von Bismarck, and Prince Friedrich Karl of Prussia, all of them standing in the four corners of the room. There is a spiral staircase that wends its way up the center of the tower, 150 feet to an observation platform. It's 150 feet above the summit of the Carlsberg Hill upon which the tower sits. From here, there are sweeping views of the Grunwald and the Havel. Regardless of this, there are no other signs of sinister activity.
Just a sinister view.
It is a beautiful view.
Beautiful and sinister.
You can really see a lot of the city from up here.
Okay. I'm going to take some time just to like walk around the observation deck and like kind of snap some photos of the city.
You're probably not the only one.
And I'm just going to look for like things that stick out. Like buildings that I notice or patterns that I notice in the streets or just anything that strikes my fancy from this vantage point.
The only thing that you notice that is maybe strange is that there still seems to be a bit of a fog that lingers, even in the daytime, where the fog should typically break. Yeah. Other than that, nothing really amiss.
Is there any signage about like what the historical significance of this place is?
It's a memorial tower for the Kaiser Wilhelm I.
Okay.
The founder of the what did they say? Founder of the German Empire.
Is there anyone that works there?
Not really. No, there's probably some groundskeepers on occasion picking up garbage, raking leaves, that sort of thing. But it's also January, so there's snow on the ground, and it's whatever, you know.
Is there
maybe
anybody
shovel some snow.
who looks suspicious?
No,
You
it's
said that
mostly
there was more
tourism.
people at the top of the tower, so I just didn't know if there was anybody.
No, it seems more like tourists or locals who just like to take in the view. People that are probably photographing. There might even be somebody like painting a picture or something of a sunrise. You know, just things like that.
Looking at the four, you said there was four like iron statues.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything about them? Are they pointing in any directions? Are they like
No.
if you move a finger, does an open door,
The trap door.
the door open up in the
What's that in
floor?
his hand?
Yeah.
It's a message.
Snap twice because you have ever seen.
Is he holding a piece of paper that says "Don't turn around"?
Like homicides in town.
No, nothing
with you?
bizarre.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to Google photos of the place. It does exist. These
Yeah.
statues exist. I mean,
I was just curious if there was any hidden messages like in the
Secret painted
stonework.
symbols.
Yeah.
And you said that's a
Any witch
postcard.
hats?
Right.
technically, it's a postcard. Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't find an actual postcard.
And there wasn't. Was there anything on it?
Nothing was ever written on it. I can go back to the clue page, but
So should we be
as far
trying
as
to
I'm
find
aware, nothing was written on it.
where it was sold?
Oh, like a gift shop.
Yeah.
Could have been picked up anywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say a
Literally
lot of
anywhere.
postcards. If it's a famous,
I'm grasping at straws here.
no, I know, me too.
Are
there any bricks that look out of place that when you press them, things open?
Surrounding the lake.
Nice sconce you can pull. you know.
Right? Just people see us hanging on sconces.
This one's loose.
Literally, the whole clue is that any resident of Berlin recognizes the tall brick building as the Kaiser Wilhelm turn. That's really it.
And you said that you could see most of the city. Does anything like stick out in the city?
That's what I
That's what he was
asked,
asking for. No, not really. Other than some weird looming fog. No.
Yeah, the fog. Any is the fog concentrated anywhere specifically?
Good question.
Roll me navigate to see if you know where you're looking toward from the top of the tower.
Can we roll two?
Sure, why not?
I'm not good at boating.
I know, right?
No. I mean, I've lived in Berlin for a long time. Like, I feel like I would.
Definitely not.
I mean, what's your navigate score?
I mean, it's base
What'd you
10.
roll?
44.
I rolled an ot 4.
Ooh.
Nice.
So the guy who
Who doesn't live here?
Yeah.
He's like, isn't that weird?
It does seem to kind of linger in a specific not a radius, a sort of more of like a pie piece area.
Ooh.
Thank God we have a British person with us
Yeah.
to help us
Right,
navigate
yeah.
because
Right.
yikes.
British navigation sounds.
They are. I mean,
Yeah, they're really good at finding places to imperialize.
Yeah. It's their
They're like,
racial bonus.
Hey, I know
Advantage
that.
on that.
Down in the area of the Kudam, which is one of the areas that you guys started in game 1.
Yes, I was going to say, I remember that.
So it's basically like this whole zone through here.
Isn't that the prostitution area?
Weird that.
I smell a connection.
It's my sandwich.
Yes, that's just sort of the area that it is foggy.
Weird.
Just south, I guess southwest of the Tear Garden area.
So based on our knowledge of where this kitty house is it over there?
So that's a good guess. If you were to try to find an address for it, it would be in that area, yes.
Okay. Well, seems like we're being drawn that way.
Which
to
is
the
weird.
library.
So, because the tower is here. So you can see all the way over there.
Wow.
Fly.
Boy.
Which, for those of you that do not have visual aid, it is about the exact opposite side of the map.
Well, not total opposite.
I mean, it's the northeast. That's the southwest.
Yeah, but it's going. But it's not like on the other side.
I
of
know.
the map.
But it's just kind of interesting.
It's very far away, though.
Okie dokie.
You'd have to look at what the scale of the map is. I don't remember where it's on the legend somewhere. I'm sure.
Yeah, I was going to say most
it might be
map
up in this
scales
corner
are
up
up in
here.
the corner.
Might be in this corner that's covered up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too metagamey, but maybe we want to come back at night.
Yeah,
We will
probably
definitely
at night.
probably have to come back at night, which we said we would do a post and a pre. So it's not
Yeah.
super metagamey.
Yeah.
But yeah, agreed. Okay, so we'll make a note of the fog.
Where to? You going to the library now?
We gone
Yeah.
to the library. I think.
To the library. The biblioteca.
¿Dónde está es la biblioteca?
Okay. Prussian State Library. You guys have probably been here before in a previous game. I don't remember. I feel like you have.
Yeah, we did a bunch of research here.
Didn't we
once.
see the arches here?
I don't
That was
remember. No,
museum.
That was the
different
museum.
But
My
the
bad.
clue that you have about this place from the last game, I imagine you guys visited here at one point. Trying to seek that out. So yeah, I mean, where do you want to go? You're here. You're at the library.
I want to go to the restricted section.
You're gonna have to sneak in.
Harry Potter. That's
That's
all it makes me
I have
think
a
of.
professor friend.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
So there would be a young lady at the info desk at the front. Who would,
Yes. I'll walk up and I'll introduce myself. Yes. Hello. Guten Tag.
Good at tugging.
Guten Tagen. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. What could I help you with?
Yes. So my name is Professor Astor, and I am here with my associates and photographer and grad students here doing a little bit of research, and we were wondering.
Assistant.
And,
Because I'm an AA.
oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Yes, and we were wondering if we could gain access to the restricted section of the library to do some in-depth research.
What's your credit rating?
30. Which seems kind of low for what I do. That
Yeah,
doesn't make any
mine's 30.
sense.
Well, but that's how those some builds are just built with a cap on them. And I don't know if you maxed yours or not when you built it. Roll me either some sort of fast talk explaining exactly what you want
Can
to
she help?
research,
Because she's got a
or
high.
or
You have
a
intimidate,
credit
though,
rating.
don't
Yeah, I feel like my character's kind of worthless.
That's how I feel about my character all the
In
time.
fairness, you're
Same.
secret shooty and not a talky.
Yeah, that's fair. It might. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to maybe get someone else involved because I got nothing.
I mean, I have a
You also don't speak German well, so
Yeah.
I have a super high credit rating.
Yeah, let's do
and
that.
I'm probably a frequent purveyor of the library.
So let's say your German's super broken.
Yeah, so I'll say, I apologize. My German associate will explain.
you then explain what she wants to know what you want to research.
What do we want to research?
What was the clue?
There was a missing book and somebody died.
Shoot.
Do we know what book it was from a previous?
It's a 4-year-old cold case, and no one has a clue what's going on.
I am doing research on following up on a case for a friend of mine in the police force as his contact alienist. So we want to be in the restricted section to kind of get an idea of the materials in the section and see if we can make any additional connections to help solve the cold case of the man who was murdered here several years ago.
What's your credit rating?
50!
So many credits.
It was in the rare books and manuscripts wing.
That one.
Sort of with a scowl, she kind of would agree based on your credit rating.
Thanks. I'll call my daddy.
Yeah,
He'll be
you actually
mad.
probably could. So she will lead you up there. She's got a key. I don't know how the Prussian State Library is actually made, so I'm gonna assume it's either in the basement or on the top floor. I don't know which.
Or behind one of those cool gates.
Cool gate.
At Indiana
Vampire
State
Slayer.
University, the restricted section was on the top floor and like a glass room, and you had to have a key. So that's why I keep visualizing it that way.
That works.
So she unlocks the door and lets you guys in.
I really hope though that it's like an iron gate instead of glass.
Yes.
I think that would be cooler. We're metagaming this now, but I don't
have
care.
no idea what it looks like. I'd have to Google it.
We're just making it cooler in our brains.
It's an iron gate.
Thank you.
It squeaks
Appreciate it.
loudly.
It's very loud. It probably hasn't been opened very often. So
When she lets us in, I'll look back at her and I'll say, thank you so much.
Vielen Dank.
she tells you have
What, 30 minutes?
not enough dice on the board.
1 minute.
No!
You have an hour.
Okay. Go.
I will call my father.
I give you a D6. It could have been the 6 hours, but
They can't make us leave.
It's a library.
Yeah.
You got crappy dice there, Spencer.
I know, right?
sorry, dude.
All right.
We want this game to roll low, but only on the tens dice.
Right?
It's true.
All right. What are we looking for? What should we split up?
How big is this section? Is it like 7 rows? Like what are we talking?
Surprisingly small.
Okay.
Compared to the rest of the library. I mean, the library's huge.
Right. So like that's what I was wondering. Like
Yeah, I mean, there are rows of books.
I want to look to see if there's any row that seems like it's not quite as full as the others. Like maybe there's a spot where the book next to it is leaning over a little bit.
yeah, I was gonna say look through the volumes and see like I'm assuming it was part of the volume.
So you're trying to find out where a book
because-
is missing from.
Yes.
Yeah. It says
Roll
this
me spot hidden at extreme.
wing contains many thousands of volumes.
I am on fire today.
Make sure you're check marking your successes.
Hot 3.
I did not.
I didn't get it, no.
I did not.
Once
British
again,
guy.
But
British guy.
why do we need to do anything? Spencer,
We have the
You are
British
not
guy
useless.
Yes.
who helps us. Yeah, you've been carrying us this game.
You do notice that there is a section of occult manuals and ancient texts and tomes, and there seems to be a bit of space between some of them.
I'll say I see something and pull people over. Can I kind of deduce what order the books are in, and maybe by
do
the
they
first?
seem to be alphabetical?
Yeah, the-
or-
I don't know if Dewey Decimal System existed back then, but it would be something similar to that. It's not an alphabetical
know
or
what
by
Yeah. So what is the book before and then the book after the space?
You see books on like, I mean, throughout this row, you see books on like ancient cultures and religions, occultism, folklore, Like it's sort of a hodgepodge of things, but they are all very old books, and probably first editions.
I'm just looking to see if
Possibly
like the
only
one
edition.
before it starts with
Dewey
M and
Decimal
the one after it starts.
They're not in that kind of order.
Oh, okay.
Dewey Decimal System was created in 1873.
Okay, so that's what it would be.
So, yeah.
Dewey
So
Spirit
there
is in
has
this
to
house.
be if there's a Dewey Decimal System, there has to be a correlating system that indicates what book is assigned to that number.
Probably.
Okay. So I'm gonna I have a notebook, I think. Yes, I have a notebook and a pen. I'm gonna write down the two numbers around it.
I do too.
Sure.
And I'll go harass the librarian after our hour's up because I'm not going before then.
Okay.
Is there?
Actually, there would probably be like a Rolodex of the decimal system for this room.
Oh, I go look at it.
And when you look at it, you don't see the Necronomicon listed anywhere. That's what you're looking for.
No, we just want to know the
Yeah,
name
what's
of
the book
that's
at that number or
missing.
between those two
Oh,
numbers?
The other thing that might be interesting to check is what kind of. I doubt they let people check things out,
Right.
but maybe there's
Do they
some.
keep a log of who goes in?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
We would have to go back
It is a book
4 years.
entitled Melius Maleficarum,
That sounds like a witch book.
Hammer of Witches. It is a late medieval guide to witch hunting.
Oh,
Witch hunting. Oh.
Interesting.
Not that you guys would know that, but that is what that is.
Okay. Well, I was wondering.
No, I have a suspicion on who did the murder.
I don't necessarily want to go back 4 years to find this out. I am just kind of curious who's checking out this occult section, if we can draw any connections.
You had an Aught 3, was it, earlier
Yeah.
when you were looking at stuff?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I'm
did we have
gonna
to write our
assume
name in?
you would have been up on it, like not just from back far away. Right?
He's using his spy fingers.
You're using.
he's getting in that gap.
Actually, just for funsies, roll me a. Would it be a spy hidden? Roll me a
Chicken
listen
pieces.
check.
Can any of the rest of us do a listen check?
Nope.
What'd you roll? Because
Wait, where's
I'm giving you a
wisdom?
bonus
Hold
in
on.
my head.
We have library
61.
use.
My library is super
So
good.
I was gonna
Yeah,
give you
I
a
have a
bonus
70.
because of your
Oh,
because of
perfect.
your
I'm an
Aught
AA.
3 and searching for stuff. I'm gonna give you a plus 20 to your score, so you're off by 1. If you want to spend 1 luck, you can
Yes.
have
Whoop
it.
whoop.
When you were dragging your fingers along the spines of these books,
with your spy fingers.
you hear like a clicking behind the book.
Oh, yeah. I want you guys to see this too. I don't want to be manipulating clicky things by myself. So I'll pull you guys over, and then can I move the book that clicks?
Yeah. You see what looks to be like, and this is straight out of that Nick Cage movie, where like there's a little door.
National Treasure.
Yeah, National Treasure, kind of almost like a hidden door behind some of these books inside the shelf.
Let's do this. Is anyone watching us? Or
There's no cameras in here, so no.
all right, let's
Hell
go.
yeah. So like we had to move the shelf?
No,
shelf, or-
no. You just if you take off a handful of books, there's a tiny
Oh,
little
so
door
it's a small
that
door.
sort of flops open. Oh, shit. That is empty.
Oh,
So something
Empty?
is missing. Is it dusty on the inside?
Yeah.
Is there like a space
Is there
that's not
an
dusty?
indentation that is not dusty?
Where a book might have sat. Yeah,
How big? How big's the book?
roughly the size of a book one of you once should never have touched.
Okay.
Okay. Right?
all right. So that's all there is. It's just a
It's
empty
clearly a hidden compartment.
compartment. Just an empty.
And
hidden
there's nothing
compartment.
else in there
Nothing else in
other
there. No
than
draft or
A
no
second door
no
behind the
Narnia.
secret door?
And
Yeah.
just to clarify, because I was putting ketchup on my sandwich when this happened, so this is behind the spot where the missing book was.
Yeah.
The one that's not the book that we shouldn't have touched.
Correct.
So that might have been incidentally stolen.
Or
Well, I mean, this is obvious that this is missing. If they're saying nothing seemed to be missing, then what was missing is something they didn't know was there.
Yeah.
So the Necronomicon.
Who knows? Lena might have taken the
been.
witch hunting book.
Yeah, can we? I want to see who checked that out. If they have a.
I want to know
Yeah.
if Lena's been here.
Yeah, can we? Is there
I
any
want to know
roles
if any of these people
She never gave you a phone number to contact.
Have been
You guys
there.
would have made a time to meet at some point.
Yeah.
So
Is there in this
But-
section? Is there a list of guests who's been here? Who's no?
there's no guest book of any kind.
Well, I was wondering if before we got taken in, if we would have to sign in. No. Okay.
Bummer. Okay.
Well, I wonder why you're getting people stealing things and doing murders if
Right?
you're not having sign-ins.
Like the reason it
terrible
has its own decimal system is that you're not allowed to take them out.
Right, which I get, but I was just saying, normally they try to keep track of things like that in case there is like damage to those books.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's why I was wondering.
So I'll give you guys a couple more chances to roll some stuff, and then it'll be your hours up.
I'm gonna scan the floor and see if there's any evidence of blood stain that didn't quite come out, just to get a sense of like where the altercation
The
happened.
carpet itself was probably cleaned or replaced.
Okay.
And we don't have luminol. Sorry.
No black
If we
lights.
ran our fingers across all the books, or at least just walk down, do we hear clicking on anything else? Like, are there extra hidden compartments?
Not that you're finding, no.
Okay.
Is there? I'd like to look for a book that legitimately might help us, like something that's another witch hunting book. That seems relevant.
Yeah.
Is there any anti-witch knowledge I can glean from this section?
Yeah,
We would have
I'd be
to teach
interested
you
in it,
probably
too.
the German words for witch hunt, but
Probably.
I mean, there are all kinds.
But
of,
I mean,
there are all kinds of books about folklore and how to find them and how to steer clear. There's a
on the
copy of
shelves,
Fantastic
I'm assuming
Beasts
because there's
and
not a
Hounds
lot of people. Is there dust on the shelves where you could see like a book was pulled out?
Yeah, I didn't really
back
read
in.
this, and I guess I should have. The room itself contains a lot of locked cases. There's also a large oak table in the middle, and then some shelves that are not locked. So, yeah.
So nothing.
What do we see in some of the locked cases? Like if the occult section is like open.
You're
What's
you're probably finding even some scrolls and some very ancient texts that have probably not been handled in decades, hundreds of years even. At least since they've been placed here.
are they occulty?
You wouldn't be able to get into there to get to them to find out. Not everything in here is an occult book. Just the section you were specifically looking for is what I more described. Yeah, apparently there's a really beautiful oak table.
Is there any hidden symbolism on said table?
Roll spot hidden.
Yes. Got it.
No.
Yes. By under half.
Oh,
Just regular.
Abby.
No symbolism, but you find a little compartment on the side of it.
Push the compartment open.
You find a book inside.
What's the book?
It's titled Dust Necronomicon,
Oh.
but it's very clearly a forgery.
Okay.
Because when you open it up, it is Newton's Principia.
So there was a fake.
And someone was looking for it. So they clearly found the hiding spot and were disappointed in what they found.
It's not even the same texture. Like if the one of you that actually held the book touches it, it does not feel like skin.
And it's Newton's what?
thank
Newton's
goodness.
Principia.
So Newton's principles.
Yeah, probably just a book that you could easily get.
It's very clever, like forgery. Like it looks from afar, you wouldn't know the
Right.
difference.
Could I use like library use to kind of determine if that means anything?
You wouldn't have to. All they did was wrap a book in what appears to be skin and stamp Necronomicon on it, trying to create a fake cover. It's clearly somebody's craft job.
So, interesting question. Do we want to bring this to the attention of the librarian?
Well,
And perhaps...
No.
No.
But what I was going to say is it's weird because the Necronomicon is not in the catalog. So they wouldn't even know whether or not
Right,
they
and if you're
had
going to
that
leave
book.
behind a forgery, why would you leave it in
the wrong
It doesn't mean that they
place.
don't know it exists. It's just not in the catalog.
Right. I understand that. But what I'm saying is we're assuming that the library does not know that they have this book.
I suppose that's fair.
Quote unquote.
You also never asked.
Right.
I don't know what the harm would be in
Asking
Yeah.
the snooty librarian.
I'll call my
Probably
dad.
doesn't get a lot.
I say when she comes back, we bring it to her attention that there was maybe we could increase our trust with her. There was a book left on the table.
No, I think she would notice if there was a book left on the table.
Oh, right, it was in the table.
We could say,
Was that a hidden compartment, Lucas?
Or was it just a
I mean,
table?
it wasn't necessarily hidden, but it was there. It was kind of, well, if you feel underneath this table, how there's kind of this lip, it's sort of underneath the table part, but there's like a
like the
drawer
old,
right
like school
my parents,
desks.
my parents' dining room table has those drawers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So it's not locked or anything. It's not.
It wasn't
obvious.
locked. No, it was just like you gotta push it and it pops open type thing.
Yeah, if someone had that to swap,
Why would they put it there and
Why would they
not
put it there?
in the wall?
My theory is that someone else was coming for the Necronomicon,
And they knew it was in a hidden
and they knew it
compartment.
was in a hidden compartment, and then they found the fake and just left the fake there. That's my theory. That then now they think someone has stolen it. That's why they're like, "You stole it. You stole it."
Someone has stolen it. 'Cause
Someone has stolen it,
Gregor
right.
Yeah.
But I think it was stolen a long time ago.
and replaced with a fake, and then that
And then
fake
they-
was
yep.
taken, and
So that
could be.
entity is still looking for the real one.
Now, do we want to take this and just have in our possession something that looks like the Necronomicon? It could be a bartering
Bargaining.
piece, or could
Yeah,
also
if
get us killed.
I also
Fake.
wonder if it exudes such an energy that I wonder if someone who is of the occult persuasion would immediately be able to tell that it is not.
Well, he said from afar it looks like it's skin. Do we know what it's actually made out of?
Fake skin.
Like the pleather
like-
of skin.
Or is it like pig skin?
Yeah.
Because pig skin and human skin are very similar. And Dottie would know that because she works for doctors.
I'm trying to figure out what you could roll for that because like it's almost an art craft roll, but it's not. It's almost a medical roll, but it's not. I need animal handling, like something like that. It's,
Natural world.
It's clearly not human skin.
Oh, natural world is good.
Yeah, roll natural roll if you got it. Let's go with that.
I mean,
I got 16.
Everybody's got a base 10.
I got 16 over 10.
I have a 20.
No.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean it's clearly not human skin, but you're not sure what it is. The one you held, that was human skin.
Yep.
Definitely a different texture.
Is it skin-like?
More like a thin leather, less like a human skin.
Yeah, so more like pig or cowhide.
Or
than
cat.
Something that's very close enough to get away.
Oh,
with
yeah.
forgery.
Cat?
Is it?
Hold on. Did we find hair in the other compartment?
No.
No cat hair? I'm onto these damn cats.
I mean, if it's a big book,
Cats are
cat
the
skin would not cover it. Does it look like it's like pieces of this leather have been like?
No, it's like one piece.
Okay,
So it's
not a
probably
cat.
like, it's a bigger
Something
animal. Although, you can get a pretty big freaking cat.
That's true.
And when you
You also
tan
fought a
leather
big
to
frickin' cat.
do some, or tan skin to turn it to leather, you
The
naturally
human-sized
stretch
cat that we saw?
Creepy.
Because we've seen a human-sized cat.
Was that human size? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Then yeah.
It's like a werecat.
Yeah.
Then that's my
The
assumption.
cat thing's your idea. I'm just going with it.
I know. But looking at the book, is there hair attached
No,
to it?
there's no hair.
Okay.
It's all
I
skin.
have a slight allergy.
I'm onto
if I
these
sniff
freaking
it, do I
cats.
sneeze?
You put the book down, you're all covered in blotches.
Oh my god.
I'm itchy. That would be me.
It is dusty in here. You probably are sneezing a little bit. You hear a bang on the gate, and the lock opens up.
I'm
and,
gonna quickly
A gentleman opens up the door.
put the book in my coat.
So
or
a gentleman, not the lady.
Correct. It appears to be some sort of like security guard. who calls you out and says your hour's up and you may leave.
Okay.
Before we go, Mr. Security Guard Man, as I told your colleague, we are following up on a cold case where a man was murdered in this room. Were you here when that occurred?
That was not. That was before my time.
Okay.
Is
Is anybody working in the library here during that time or was employed by the library during that time?
Have they all died mysteriously?
Well, it was overnight. I can't remember. I think it was a security guard that died. I can't remember what the text
Oh.
stated.
They didn't. No, he was a librarian.
Was he a librarian?
Mr. Schneider was one of our brightest young librarians with a promising career ahead of him,
R.I.P.
said Dr. Milkow.
He's never met him. He never met him before he died.
Is Dr. Milkow still around?
Does it specify who Dr. Milkow is on there?
He is the man who they interviewed about it and who said he was a bright young librarian with a promising career.
He's
the
master
library. He's the guy running the library, I believe. Is he around?
Director of the Prussian State Library.
Like, is he here right now? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Is he in the building today?
I don't know. Roll a luck roll. See if he's here.
No.
He is not in today.
Wow. No one wants to work anymore.
Probably still recovering from the New Year's festivities.
Got mauled by a cat.
It is only the second of the year.
He's got COVID.
Right. Well, I think we'll take our leave.
Did we want to know if anybody has been here?
Yeah, is there any kind of guest log for people who use the rare book section?
No, not to my knowledge. Very few people come here for anything unless it's a local professor or someone doing a news story, perhaps.
Journalist?
When was the last time somebody was in here that you remember?
Maybe 6 months ago.
Okay.
Was it a chick?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's fair.
Where to?
Thank you for listening. Berlin the Wicked City was written by David Larkins with Mike Mason and Len Hardy. You can find us online at rancorsbrothel.com, Facebook at Fans of the Rancors Brothel, and Twitter at Rancors_Brothel.